The Rocky Horror Picture Show first opened in America in 1975. Before that, it was a musical stage play in London. It was such a huge success in London that its creator, Richard O'Brien, decided to bring the play to America to see the response of an American audience. The play was a big success in LA, and it was decided that the play could travel. It then moved to New York City, where it was panned by the critics and bombed in a number of theaters. O'Brien didn't give up hope in his play. He knew it had potential. He thought that it might appeal to a larger audience if it was in the form of a movie. O'Brien and Jim Sharman, the director, decided to use a few of the original cast members in the movie, namely the star of the play, Tim Curry, as Dr. Frankenfurter. The movie opened in theaters across the country in 1976. Every Friday and Saturday night, people got in the habit of going to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And after a while, people began noticing long pauses in the dialogue delivery, and this compelled a few people to talk back to the movie. This has become known as counterpoint dialogue. This dialogue became instantly popular and quickly spread to other theaters around the nation. People were really having fun at Rocky Horror and took this one step further and began dressing up as their favorite characters. Props such as cards, rice, toast, and water pistols were brought to the theater to be used in various parts of the movie. Audience participation is the main reason for Rocky Horror's huge success. The plot itself is sometimes hard to follow the first time you see it, but this will give you a brief understanding of what the movie is about. Inspired by the wedding of two friends, Brad Majors and Janet Weiss decided to tie the knot themselves. As they were driving to the home of Brad's old college professor, Dr. Everett Scott, their car breaks down in a rainstorm. They are forced to seek shelter at the castle of Dr. Frankenfurter, a transvestite presiding over a convention of aliens from the planet of Transylvania. Frank insists that Brad and Janet stay the night and witness a scientific experiment, namely the creation of a perfect male specimen called Rocky Horror. With the help of his servant, Riff Raff, played by Richard O'Brien, the latter's sister Magenta, and a groupie called Columbia, Dr. Frankenfurter has taken half the brain of a motorcycle rider named Eddie, who he then kills. Dr. Scott arrives at the mansion in search of his nephew Eddie. Following a dramatic floor show, it's interrupted by Riff Raff and Magenta. They have been promoted to leadership of the Transylvanians because of Frank's extreme decadence. Riff Raff destroys Frank, Rocky, and Columbia, and then beams the whole mansion back to the planet of Transylvania, leaving behind Brad, Janet, and Dr. Scott in a rubble-filled crater. As you can tell, the plot of the movie is sometimes confusing unless you have seen it a few times. If you have never been, the first time you go, you'll be in for a surprise. You'll be so busy watching the audience at times that you forget about the movie itself. Most people find the movie fun and entertaining, but there are a few people, though, who find it vulgar and disgusting. You can decide for yourself. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is shown every Friday and Saturday at midnight at the Coconut Grove Cinema. I'm Jackie Jasper for Killian Forum.